Shalom, my name is Tatrua Cohen, and this week we are on the Torah portion, Bo. Bo means come, and this is coming from the book of Shemot, the book of Exodus, from chapter 10 to chapter 13. A very interesting Torah portion. I also like the fact that this is when we actually meet the 8th and the 9th plagues, which actually came on Pharaoh. Surprisingly, he had not changed his mind. He remained adamant, arrogant, at the same time very stubborn. So the Lord continued to pound on him. A lot of interesting things we happen to see in this Torah portion. Well, it is also good in a sense, considering that the Lord is inviting you and me for our own salvation. Isn't it a very interesting thing to see that the Lord is actually inviting you and me that we can be saved? That is really good news for you and me. Well, today I want to talk about something interesting which we find, especially regarding the plagues which came on the people of Pharaoh, or on the Egyptians, the native Egyptians. We see something that is known by our rabbis, or what is called by our sages collective punishment, or what today you may say guilty by association. Well, many of us really are, very reluctant when it comes to the friends and the choices and the company we keep, in short. Well, this has a very huge bearing in our lives and the decisions that we make. And most importantly, it has a huge bearing on your spiritual walk. Many of us don't really consider the company as something of essence, like, people don't want to, to talk about their company, their friend. They say this is out of bounds. It's more like my personal life. But in this Torah portion, we actually realize that, like the rabbis ask, was it necessary for the whole Egyptians to be punished on the account of Pharaoh, or on the stubbornness of Pharaoh? If you look at it in this way, you might find that probably Pharaoh was the most targeted one here. Probably Pharaoh was the one who is mentioned actually to be the stubborn one in this case. But was it necessary for the rest of the Egyptians to be punished on the account of Pharaoh? Well, the answer is yes, it was, because of association. We so many times become our company, or we become what our company is. If you play with drunkards, eventually you become a drunkard too. If you play with certain group of people, you might become the same too. If you associate with the wise, one day, who knows, you might become wise as well. Well, if you find yourself more often in the company of fools, eventually you would become a fool too. But in this case, we discover something very important, a spiritual lesson which you and I should actually treasure, that the company that you entertain is very important and has a bearing on your spiritual standing before Adonai. So like the Torah portion say, God is inviting you and me so that we can participate for our salvation. Come, Bo, it is good and for your own good. Shabbat Shalom, or thank you.